Hey, this is Dr. Fraser Horn talking to you about glasses and sports and performance. For some of our athletes, they cannot use contact lenses while they're out there performing. Instead, they have to use glasses. And for some sports, some of our athletes prefer glasses anyway. So I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the options and some of the things you need to think about while you're getting those protective eyewear. As always, you should make sure that you are talking with your eye care provider of what is best for you to use, as well as talking with the optician that's there. There are some resources out there. The American Academy of Ophthalmology, as well as the Academy of Family Practitioners, actually has a guide that talks about sport risk and also the different types of standards that are out there. So you can find that on our website as well. So if I was to go out and play a sport that has a high risk, meaning that I may get hit by a ball or by other individuals, I do not want to be wearing these glasses. So these glasses are actually what are called drill mounted. They're wonderful glasses for me to wear around the office and all that, but I don't want to play sport in them. The reason why is because where the temple, that's this part, meets the lens, that's actually a weak area. So if a ball came in and hit there, it would likely break. And if I had a soccer ball coming towards me, it would bounce off my face. I may get a little bit of a bruise around my eye, but I wouldn't have anything that's actually going into the eye. Whereas here, if these broke there, the concern is that now all of a sudden I have metal, plastic coming towards my eye. And these manufacturers don't recommend these for sport either. So we wouldn't want to go with this type of eyewear. There are some other just regular glasses that are out there that are really bendable. So that's great. Happy that those are bendable, but still you're at risk because they don't meet the standards that are out there. So these types of glasses that are right here, this is what you'd wear in shop class, right? Or what we wear while we're out there mowing or edging our lawns. These are great for that sort of activity, and these are actually approved by ANSI, so that's an organization that approves protective eyewear, and so these are often covered by Z87.1. And if you look, there's actually, and you may not be able to see it here, I'll put a picture on there, there's a little marking there, it says Z87.1 on the temple, so that way I know it has met that standard for impact when it comes to kind of working out in the yard or different occupations that are out there. It's an occupational standard. Now there used to be some out there, like these old classic ones. These actually don't have any lenses. So in racquetball and handball, they actually used to really promote these. These have gone away because the problem is a racquetball can still conform and go through there. These don't have any lenses. That's a problem. So they don't meet a standard. There are some sport safe eyewear that's out there that maybe they don't meet a standard for sport. And what sport or what standard am I talking about? I'm talking about ASTM. And then whatever standards relative to that sport. More often than not, it's F803. So these glasses that are out there, these actually, well, these are for kids. Somehow it fits me, or at least my huge melon. That's impressive. These do not meet the ASTM standards, but they're still designed to take more of an impact. You'll see some of that with some of the sunglasses that are out there. They have polycarb frames and polycarb lenses that help take that impact, and they won't shatter as easily. They still don't meet the standard, but they're what we call sport safe, because you're probably using them in a sport that has a less risk of getting hit in the eye. Now, really what we want to do is we want to utilize something that is sport safe, that meets the F803 or whatever relevant standard is for that sport that's out there. So these are designed by Liberty. There's a couple other companies that make them as well. This actually has a strap in the back, so that way it'll hold it to your head. There's some that also have temples that have a strap that goes around there, kind of like the croquis. They designed this so it actually also comes with, if somebody was to play football, they can have this. Then they have a little skull cap. I have not tried this on, but we're going to try it now. So let's see how this goes. That they can put on and then put their helmet on, so that way it doesn't move the strap once they put their helmet on. But this is really nice because these are designed to take impact. So we've got some videos here that we're showing right now that show a ball that's coming in at about 30 miles per hour hits this type of eyewear and they don't shatter. And we know by all the studies out there that 90% of sports-related eye injuries are preventable if you're wearing the right eye protection. And what we want to make sure is that we have those that have maybe a lazy eye where one eye doesn't see as well as as the other, or have strabismus, where one eye is turned in, out, up, or down. That those individuals especially, so they're functionally blind in one eye, are wearing eye protection because they're at much higher risk for eye injuries. We also want to make sure that we're protecting our athletes that have two eyes, because we don't want them to get a serious eye injury and maybe lose the function of that eye. So, the key for me and for all of us at Sports Vision Pros is making sure we're making the appropriate recommendations to our athletes. So make sure you meet those standards, you're wearing that safety eyewear. So we make those recommendations. And for those of you that are eye care providers, make sure you're making those recommendations. Have a protective eyewear station in your optical, so that way your patients can actually look and see what's there. And then for those of you who are coaches and trainers, the key for this is really changing the regulations within sport. For me to wear this while I'm playing soccer, it's not going to happen, right? Because I may be the only one out there, and now I feel like I'm the goofball out there. But if we can change those regulations, like what's happened in especially women's lacrosse, that's happened in the Northeast, it was widely accepted wearing that eye protection, and it has actually really helped save a lot of eye injuries, or prevent a lot of eye injuries. So those are just some of the things to consider, right? Make sure you have minimally sport safe, but probably wear something that's actually meets the ASTM standards when you're playing your sport, and make sure that you're asking the right questions for what is best for you when you're talking with your eye care provider and opticians. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go on to the next session, and I hope you've learned a little bit something about your glasses for sport. Thank you.